Hello, everybody. Intuitive Tuesday. So I don't know what's so intuitive about it. I get my messages and then they seem to, poof, they're gone out of my brain, or I get an idea or a thought about along the lines of stuff that's happening out there. And I'm like, oh, I could probably share that with people. Poof, out of my brain. So I know Spirit always takes care of me. They don't allow me to get my motor too revved up mentally because it's a huge distraction from my physicality. All right. And they want me to focus more on the emotional body, but they want me fully activated, but grounded, super grounded. So, what I've noticed in this grounding stuff is a couple things. One, I'm finding I need to stop, drop, sit, connect with my breath more often. Two, I'm finding it's hurry up and wait. I think something's coming and then it's in slow-mo. Like the day lasts really long and I can't remember anything from 3 or 4 days ago. I was in an appointment this morning. Someone goes, oh, what about that huge storm on Friday? And in my mind, I'm like, what? When was Friday? What storm? Where was I? There was tornado warnings and it got real black and a lot of things were happening. And I'm like, huh? What? Where was I? I don't remember any of this. And then it took me a little while going, oh yeah, I remember something vaguely about that. But who knows, right? So anywho, the other things that I'm noticing is paying attention to what other people are going through. For example, I did a new moon ceremony last night. And in the new moon ceremony, I got, oh, this house and everybody in it needs grounding. So I went within and started going and doing some grid work. And then in the grid work, I'm like, okay, let's now go real deep into the spin around the demographics of this house. Now let's expand it out to the roads and the stores in this whole area. And then let's really work on this. So as the new moon ceremony was going on, it looked like I was paying attention, but I was really underneath the ground and above and around. And then after the ceremony, when we were noshing, the owner of the house said, oh yeah, I fell down the stairs. And then somebody else walked by and like tripped up a step. And there were all these things about being unbalanced. And I got, oh, well, I kind of sensed something was going on. So I just did a lot of grounding with your grid around your house. And then to your fence line and to all your neighbors' fence lines, and then expanded it out. And she was like, wow, how did you know? And I was like, I don't know. I just knew. But then in my own life, I'm like negotiating some contracts, right? And I can't seem to get to the right person. And now everybody wants to change the deal and act like, well, that was the deal the whole time. I'm like, no, that wasn't the deal the whole time. So I'm to the point now where I just want to be like, nah, keep a contract, not compromising in that way. And as I started to respond, I got, no, hold off on that. Talk to your counterpart who's in this biz with you. Let them make a decision. Let them have a say-so in this part of it. So I decided to hold on that. In the meantime, I'm supposed to be like opening doors and doing things, and I feel like I'm trying to find the doors. And then, meaning there's nothing in my time frame that's in my control. And so there's a reason for this. The pendulum says there's a reason for this. Well, shit, I know that. My pendulum, I didn't know what the reason is. Okay, pendulum. Anyway, none of that matters because I always know everything is in divine timing. As much as I want to get out of the gate and get busy with it, there's some other things that they're teaching me. One is patience. And I've always said, if they sold patience in the store, I can promise you those shelves would be empty because I'd be in there like 24/7 buying it. Yep, that's what I'd be doing. So anyway, releasing vowels, releasing the vowels within yourself that things need to be in a certain way, releasing genetic markers, releasing lineages, future, back, sideways. Those are things that I can be working on, and I am working on, but I keep thinking, oh, are we done with all this yet? But then each day something else kind of seems to come around. I'm making dietary changes. I'm literally keeping a little dietary log each day. And because I can't lie, I just can't even lie to myself. If I eat 4 cookies, I put 4 cookies on there. You want to know why? Because that would be a deceitful menu journal if I'm lying to myself, as if someone else is going to be reading my journal. I know where my pitfalls and my downfalls are, and my stumbling blocks are. It's a couple of these taste buds that want certain things, and then I give in to them. So I've been having a little talks with my taste buds and with my cravings. I'm having dialogue with them. I am discussing with them, hey, could we maybe try something else? I'm also looking at when during my time frame of my day do I have the most difficult time? And so then I'm pre-thinking that, and maybe eating some protein, or maybe that's the time I go for a walk, or maybe I'm increasing my green drink, or maybe I'm taking a nap. Taking a nap. I went to a friend's spa the other day, in healing spa, and was looking around and stuff, and she and I were going to walk about 20 minutes to a buffet. We went to the buffet, and of course, how do you go to a buffet without trying a little bit of everything? So I was like, well, F it. Guess my little journal is just not, it's going to be 3 pages instead of 1 after I consume this stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to bless it all and enjoy it. I don't beat myself up over it. I just don't. And so at the end of everything, I was like, could I tip in my fat cells, please? Could I tip in the additional calories I conserved? Which then led me to another story, is we're all going out of body at night. Many of us just don't remember it. I'm remembering some very bizarre things. But I'm like, if I'm going out of body at night, and then I'm coming back in body, and I'm coming back in, and I physically feel like I have worked out, I have run a marathon, I have been in a triathlon, I have been boxing with somebody, I've been whatever I'm doing. So if all that's happening and I'm getting back into my physical body with all these aches and pains that make me feel like I'm much older than I am, why can't I leave some of my fat cells over there? Huh? Why can't I just leave my fat cells in the astral plane? Maybe somebody else needs some of that cushioning. I don't know. Anyway, the point of all this is be gentle with yourself. Understand that time is not necessarily in our control. And if you went by my daughter, who's almost at her 3rd decade of life, who came in talking to the other side, she always said to me, I was a stickler on time. I was like, my mom was on time. She raised all 5 of my siblings to be on time because time was respect. Time needed to be this, time needed to be that. And we just followed suit. So I'm not late for meetings. I'm not disrespectful of other people's time. There's certain times when things need to happen, like the bridge needs to go up because a big barge is coming underneath. So time has a place, right? But she would always say, time, time, time. God has no time. There is no time, Mom. Or I'd say things like, hey, we got to do this. What time is it, Mom? It's 5 o'clock. Come on, we got to go. And that little brat would look at a clock and go, it is not. It's 4:47. It's not 5 o'clock. I'm rounding it up. So anyway, time is different right now. Gates and doors are different right now. Trying to push through means you could be missing valuable lessons. even though it may feel annoying. But being in the present moment is when you feel every droplet of the annoyances. And that's when you're really tapping into the who of what you are in this divine body. So, as painful as it might sound sometimes, we gotta stay there. We gotta stay there. And the other thing is, we're listening to a lot of people talking about all these things that are going to happen in a linear time frame. And I'm telling you, my guides have things a little different. And I don't announce a lot of the messages I get. I just quietly get confirmation. I'm like, and I just keep going. So hold on to your money and hold on to yourself and ground those that are around you by creating grounding space so that people aren't going off half-cocked making decisions that aren't in their highest interest at this time, because we're lacking in information in a way that we might be able to understand it, because we're kind of in this, what I want to call this like shifting void. And it's left me a little miffed and baffled at times. But I just know that I have to be in it, and that my guide team, my higher self, will let me know what it is I need to do, when I need to do it, where I need to be, and all the other stuff that goes with it. So much love and light to you. Please like, subscribe, share. This is important. I need everybody to get their little sharing hands out there and get your little fingers moving. Leave me a nice little message. And I'm getting about craving time, so I'm going to have to go have a green drink and take a little walk, no matter how hot it is, and maybe melt off some of the chubby dubbies. All right, love you. Bye.